Hello and welcome to The Trade. Wonderful to be here with you. Let's get across some of the headlines traders are watching. And Ford Motor Company says it expects to hit the lower end of its profit guidance. Shares were down 5% in after-hours trading. That's as a price war hits the U.S. automaker's bottom line. Meantime, Boeing has launched a stock offering that could raise up to $22 billion as it looks to strengthen its finances, squeezed by an over-month-long strike by its workers and preserve its investment-grade credit rating. Meantime, Volkswagen plans to shut at least 3 factories in Germany, lay off tens of thousands of staff, and shrink its remaining plants in Europe as it plots a deeper-than-expected overhaul. And Alphabet will likely post its slowest revenue growth in 4 quarters today, hurt by competition that weighed on its core Google search business and dented YouTube ad spending. Also, oil tumbling 6%, or more than $4 a barrel on Monday, after the retaliatory strike back by Israel against Iran's military bypassed oil and nuclear facilities, so not disrupting energy supplies. Well, let's get to some of the issues that matter for traders right now. And for that, we have Mandy Rafsendjani joining us from tradingpsychology.com. Mandy, welcome. I think welcome back to the country for you as well. Pleasure to have you with us. So what's the difference, in your view, between a trader with plenty of success and a trader that is constantly licking his or her wounds?
Oh, it's so good to be back, Nadine. I was 5 months away and I was running trainings in Germany, in Switzerland, in Spain, in America. And I can tell you the challenges for traders are always the same everywhere, doesn't matter which country. And also the differences between successful traders and the traders who have challenges are pretty much the same. And it always comes down to, in a nutshell, how they handle themselves when the going gets tough, when they have setbacks, and how they deal with the pain that every trader experiences. And, not just the traders who are not doing well, also the successful traders have pain. So that's really the big difference. And I love this quote from Bob Buran, who is actually a friend of Linda Rushke's. That's how I came across this quote. And he's in his 80s and he still trades every day. He's on Twitter. It's amazing. And I love this quote. It's really the ability to recover from one's own stupidity that is the mark of a good trader. And so, we all have done stupid things. And it's about how do you handle it? How do you handle yourself in that moment?
Yeah, so you wouldn't suggest revenge trading or, just continuing to get at it. You've got to do what?
Yes, that's the thing. We all know what to do. It's like with losing weight and living healthy. We all know we should drink kale and eat kale instead of chocolates, but doing what we know, that's really the tough part. And it all comes down to being able to manage ourselves. It's like, Tour de France, everyone's legs are hurting. And the ones who are winning are the ones who can endure the pain. And so it's about how do you learn to identify yourself around the pain. So for example, I had 2 traders, right? So both of them hate losing. They hate it like the pest. But the one trader, he's a losing trader. He was just about to give up trading. He was doing really well. He had a winning streak and then he had one bigger loss. And immediately he had this urge to stop trading well and start going on tilt and start going on doing that's actually my successful trader here. So I just shift this trader here is a very successful trader. You can see at 2 months of downtime, he was just going sideways and he only had little losses and he just kept going, following his strategy. And then he knew that he will be doing well again. And you can see after 2 months, his winning streak started again. Whereas the losing trader, he was making himself wrong for having a losing trade and he tried to recover that losing trade. And then, of course, he had another losing trade and he started doubling up on his losses. And his equity curve went actually down afterwards and he almost bombed his account. So that's really the big difference. The losing trader, the trader who was struggling, kept looking back into the past because he wanted to recover the losing trade. The successful trader keeps looking forward. Where is the next successful trade? Where is my next sweet spot in the market coming? Because for this successful trader, the market was just not suitable for his strategy.
How though? I mean, it's very easy to say that. Don't look back, always
Yeah.
look forward. How do you condition yourself as a trader to do that?
Practice, practice, practice. So everything is learned behavior. And if we are a trader who always looks back trying to recover the losses, then it's pretty much about, wow, what pain is triggering that need to recover a loss? The thing is, we all have done stupid things, as I said, and the stupid things from the past are often regrets that then reverberate into our future. So when I have a trader well, this particular trader, for example, who kept going on tilt and revenge trading, he had done a very big mistake with his company many years ago. And he lost his company and consequently his family. And so when he was trading, he was having a loss. That old pain, that old fear came up that he's going to let himself down again, that he's going to do stupid things again. But you see, Nadine, it's not the past that determines our future. It's like in the investment world, right? It is what we are doing right now, our current actions that determine our future results. And that's really where we need to get ourselves back to. We need to take a pause because when we are going on tilt, what happens is we get a trigger, we act first, and then we think. And we need to turn that around, right? We get the trigger, so the pain, we have that losing trade. We know already that we are just about to do something stupid. And now we need to really stop ourselves because we know we are just about to do something stupid. And that's just practice, right? Of course, the first 10 times it will be hard, but we'll get better at it the more we practice. And then the moment comes when we have that losing trade, we feel all that old fear coming up, and we're like, no, I'm not this kind of trader anymore. I'm going to handle it differently now. And we pause, we take a step back, and we start focusing on the next good trade again. So the trader whose equity curve you just saw, that trader was a losing trader. And one day he woke up and he's like, I'm not going to do that anymore. And he completely shifted his whole life around. And he's, close to being a $10 million trader. So it is possible we have more control over our lives, over our emotions than we actually like to admit, because of course it's not easy.
Yeah, of course not. Of course not. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Everybody would be making tons of money, and you and I wouldn't be here having this conversation, which
That is
would
so
be
true.
a shame. So, Mandy, nice to see you back, and we'll chat soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me, Nadine. Nice.
Mandy Rafsendjani from tradingpsychology.com.au. All right, we're taking a very short break. On the other side of that, we'll get a macro view with Clifford Bennett.